Hello YouTube, how you doing today? Hope you're having a fantastic day. Welcome to the channel. Welcome back to another video. In this one we're in No Man's Sky. So I've been playing No Man's Sky for a little while now. I know it's been out for a while, but I never really played it. And finally got around to doing it. I'm glad I did, because it's a really good game, so you definitely should check it out. But I'll tell you what, you're going to need some money, and that's what the purpose of this video is. I'm going to show you how you can earn a ton of money so that you can get the ships that you want, get all the materials that you need, and everything pretty much that you're going to need to start you off in the game. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. So you need to play through the game for a bit, establish your own base, and you're going to want to build the majority of things in here. So the base teleporter, and you'll definitely want the solar panel and battery and the electrical wiring so that you can power your base. Now you're going to want to play through the game until you reach the space anomaly, which is where we are right now. So it's a really cool place, a bit like a space station, only way cooler. So when you get here, you'll need to talk to a few people as part of your mission. And then you can come to the bit at the back here, which is the marketplace. Now make sure that you've got at least 300 nanites when you come here, and at least 10 salvaged data. Okay, so you want to come to Iteration Celine. So she has got some things that you definitely want. You want pretty much all of this stuff in here, but for now you'll want the personal refiner, because that is like super useful. Okay, in order to get it, you're probably going to have to buy the hazmat gauntlets. So both of these are going to run you about 150 nanites each. Okay, and then you're going to want to come over to the construction research terminal. And you then want to go across to the technology module section. You should have already unlocked the portable refiner, but you're going to unlock the medium refiner, which is going to cost you 10 salvaged data. So that's what you're saving that for. Okay, once you got those, you're good to go. So now you need to come to a space station, preferably one in a 3-star system, because that's where the pilot's going to have the most amount of resources. Okay, so just wait for them to land, and then when they do, you just want to trade with them. So what we're looking for is a ton of oxygen, and I mean as much as you can possibly get. And we also need to get some chlorine as well, and hopefully one of these guys is going to have it. So just trade with them. So everybody has oxygen, so you need to buy as much as they've got. So this guy doesn't have any chlorine. Let's hope the next guy does. So just keep going from pilot to pilot, and keep trading with them. You can also make a note of any cool ships as well if you like the look of them. So no chlorine on that guy either. Let's go to this guy. Have you got any chlorine? Hopefully you have. Okay, so buys oxygen, still no chlorine. Okay, let's try this guy then. So you don't need much chlorine, just about 10 is all you're going to need to get yourself started. Hey, there we go. So he's got some chlorine, so we just buy 10. And then just keep going between the pilots until you've got as much oxygen as you can afford. Right, here we are back at our base, ready to make some money. So just build your refiner or refiners, because you can have up to 3 per base. Then go over to your refiner. I've got 3 in here. Now in your input section, you're going to put your oxygen at the top and the chlorine at the bottom. So what we're going to do is use 2 oxygen and 1 chlorine in order to make 6 chlorine. So just start that process. It's going to take just a few seconds. We now move the 60 chlorine over to the input again to make 360 chlorine. And this is just going to take 20 seconds. And all we're going to do is keep moving the chlorine backwards and forwards from the output to the input. Now chlorine sells for about 600 units per chlorine unit. And that's going to make us a serious amount of money pretty quickly. So you see, it's just taken us about 30 seconds and we've already made 216,000 units just with that 360 chlorine. So we move that back over into the input again, and now you can see it's going to process 2,160. Now if you've got 3 refiners, or maybe even 6 refiners if you've got 2 bases, and you fill those up full of oxygen, like a full stack in each machine, and you keep going between the bases and making as much chlorine as you can, in about an hour you can make, I reckon, around 120 million. I mean, I did that with a full stack of each. I'm not exactly sure how long it took me, but it was probably about an hour, and I made 128 million, I think it was. So when you're ready to sell it, just go back to a space station, go to one of the pilots. Best to do it with the pilots because it won't affect the economy, and then just sell it to one of the pilots, and you'll make that money. And this will give you all the money you're ever going to need to buy ships, to buy whatever it is that you need to buy in the game. Okay, so that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, consider subscribing for more content like this, and if you want to leave a comment, love to hear what you have to say. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.